The dentistry profession uses several different dental notation systems to indicate teeth in the upper and lower arch. These systems are standardized communication methods between different dentists in order to avoid confusions. There are three most commonly used systems: the Universal Numbering System, the Palmer Notation Methods, and the ISO system. Another two systems, the Alphanumeric Notations and the Paleoanthropology Notations, are less commonly used. Let's talk more about the Universal System. The Universal System designates a unique number for each tooth, from 1 to 32 for the permanent dentition, and from A to T for the primary dentition. It is mainly used in the United States, thus also being known as the American system. The numbering of the permanent dentition starts with the third molar on the right side of the maxillary arch, designating as tooth number 1. It then follows the right side to the left side of the maxillary arch, ending with tooth number 16. The numbers continue by dropping down to the third molars or tooth number 17 at the left side of the mandibular arch. Finally, it ends up with the third molar on the right side of the mandibular arch as tooth number 32. Often, adults has their third molars removed. This won't change the numbering pattern. That person will be missing tooth number 1, 16, 17, and 32. The rest of the teeth will follow the same numbering pattern. For easier memorization, there are certain sets of teeth to keep in mind. The 4 canines, 6, 11, 22, 27, the 4 incisors, 8, 9, 24, 25, and the 4 third molars, 1, 16, 17, 32. Knowing these sets will help us with reconstructing the arch on paper and understanding the other concepts such as static and dynamic occlusion. The primary dentition's labeling pattern is the same as before. Letters are used instead of numbers, starting with A and ending with T. The common sets of teeth to remember are the canines, C, H, M, R, the incisors, E, F, O, P, and the molars, A, J, K, T. Now, let's move on to the Palmer Notation method. The Palmer Notation was invented by Dr. Cordon Palmer, and it is commonly used by orthodontists, oral surgeons, and in the United Kingdom. The system uses the number 1 to 8 to notate the permanent dentition. Based on this notation, all the central incisors are known as tooth number 1, and all the third molars are known as tooth number 8, so on and so forth. Additionally, the Palmer Notation method is known as the quarton-based system. Let's focus on all of the central incisors as an example. As a way to specify the central incisor on the right side of the maxillary arch, a symbol is used along with the number 1 to indicate that specific tooth. Each of the 4 incisors locates in the different quarton and thus has its own symbol. The central incisor of the upper right, the upper left, and lower right quartans. The combinations of numbers and symbols can be used to specify all 32 teeth. The Palmer Notation method also uses letters from A to E to notate the primary dentition, along with the corresponding quarton to indicate each tooth. Lastly, let's explore the International or the ISO system. The International Standard Organization Designation, or the ISO system, is known for short as the International System. This system of teeth notation is used widely by the dental professionals in the rest of the world and is officially adopted by the World Health Organization. The ISO system uses a binomial approach to notate the teeth. The first number represents the specific quartans of a tooth, and the second number represents the specific types of tooth. The second numbers will stay the same for the incisors, canines, premolars, and molars in any quartant. For the permanent dentition, the numerals 1 to 4 are used to represent the quartans, and numeral 1 to 8 are used to notate the teeth. Let's look at tooth number 15 as an example. The number 1 part tells us that this tooth is on the right side of the maxillary arch, and the number 5 part tells us that this tooth is a second premolar. The combinations of the two numbers can be used to specify all 32 teeth. For the primary dentition, the numerals 5 to 8 are used to represent the quartans, and the numerals 1 to 5 are used to notate the teeth. For example, For tooth number 73, the number 7 part indicates that it is on the left side of the mandibular arch, and the number 3 part indicates that it is a canine. There you have it. We have learned the basis of the 3 commonly used tooth numbering systems.